Bayley has made a very interesting demand to WWE officials in this video. I'm going to tell you exactly what she had to say and why it is so important that WWE follows through on this demand, because Bayley is coming off of a major loss at SummerSlam. She dropped the Women's Championship to Nia Jax, a title in which she won at WrestleMania. She finally got a WrestleMania moment. This was after, obviously, winning the Women's Royal Rumble match, another first in her career earlier this year, getting her where she needed to go. But Bayley, like a lot of folks out there, especially women, they have seen the progression within WWE. They've seen the way that the company has handled the women's division and how far it has come, right? We have pioneers like Trish Stratus and Lita and Molly Holly and Mickie James and Victoria and Jazz and all of these stars. And then we had to go through the Divas era, despite having some of the best in-ring workers there, if they were just given the opportunity, like Natalya. I would even say like a Eve Torres and a Michelle McCool were actually very solid wrestlers. It was not until the fans, they were the ones that called for the change. They wanted to see something different. We got a taste of that in TNA for years. We got to see what was available, what could be in women's wrestling. But it wasn't until the WWE fans rallied. They wanted change in the company. They've seen a little bit of it in NXT thanks to the likes of Emma, Natalya, and Paige. And we finally got that on the main roster. Gone were the days of the Divas era. Jesus, that was terrible. But what we got was women's wrestling being taken more seriously, allowing talents to work just like the men, being able to throw a working punch in their matches. They were able to do that to the point where the evolution happened after the revolution, to the point where they even named a standalone PLE after it. And now we, and a lot of people would agree with this, are in the golden era of women's wrestling. And you can thank the likes of Bayley for helping pave the way. She's been around long enough. She was part of the revolution, the evolution, and now the golden age. The likes of Charlotte Flair and Mercedes Moné and Becky Lynch. Those were stars on the forefront to lead us to this change. Now, Bayley, she's been doing a lot of media heading into SummerSlam and coming out of it. And while speaking on the Hall of Fame podcast with Booker T, she talked about having the idea of introducing a mid-card title for women on the main roster. Because why? They just did it in NXT via the NXT Women's North American title. She believes that women's tag team titles should also be given more prominence. That's what she had to say. Of course, yeah. I think they're doing that in NXT right now with the NXT Women's North American title. Yeah, I would love for us to have something like that.